from brunch to lunch, we are at one of Chicago's most famous pizza places for deep dish, Pequod's. And I'm meeting up with Sean in the kitchen, the guy that's in charge of it all. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Garrett.
I hear we're gonna make some deep dish?
We're gonna make a couple traditional deep dish pizzas, and then we're gonna make one for me.
All right, awesome.
We begin with an empty pan, some little bit of dough, and then we'll start cheesing and saucing.
Okay. It looks like you start with just a base pizza dough.
Traditional pizza dough, oil, salt, pepper, flour, and water, yeah. We'll give you some of this.
All right.
I'll take some, and we're gonna layer the cheese around the edge of the pizzas. We're gonna lay it down right up to the edge of the pizzas, and then we're gonna go all the way around the edge and create a rim of cheese. That's the way we're gonna get that signature caramelized cheese crust. There's a certain amount of sugar in the mozzarella that's gonna burn. It's gonna caramelize the edge, and then when we take it out, we're gonna have a nice black edge around there. It may look like I burned your pizza, but I promise you I didn't.
When I was a kid and I would make grilled cheese sandwiches, I liked to burn the cheese. It tasted so much better.
I agree. So now we're gonna grab some sauce.
Building the famous Pequod's deep dish is harder than it looks,
That's a lot of pepperoni.
including adding a solid covering of sausage and pepperoni. After that, it's time to move on to Sean's favorite, a cheeseless veggie pizza.
I make my pizza without cheese.
Oh.
We'll add a little spinach.
I love mushrooms.
Grab a big handful of them and load my pie up for me, please.
Awesome.
Green peppers. Throw a little bit of onion on there for me.
What is that?
Raw garlic on top, which roasts in the oven.
Ooh.
All right, so I need you to shake it up with oregano for me, and then we are done.
These deep dishes of saucy, cheesy goodness are done, and now it's time to eat.
How would you compare what you do versus, let's say, what others are doing? You know, everyone respects everybody in this business, I
Yeah.
would imagine, but like you
Yeah.
guys do something differently here.
I like ours better, but I'm a bread guy. I'm a dough guy. The thicker it is, the more bread, the better for me.
Where should I start?
I'm gonna throw in a piece of you here.
Wow, would you look at that? That is insane. Okay,
All right,
so
so-
now in New Jersey, we're thin crust pizza,
Correct.
right? So
Yep.
I would normally pick it up, and
Yep.
I do the fold. We're not gonna be doing any fold
you're
or
gonna
pick
have
it up.
to grab the knife and
So
fork.
we use
for
the
this
knife
one.
and fork.
We have to use the knife and fork
And
for
we
this
just
one.
dive in deep,
We
huh?
just dive in deep.
Nice thick crust on the
Nice
bottom.
thick crust, so it should have that crispy crunch.
Look at that.
And
I got a little bit of everything on this bite. Now that's Chicago deep dish, in my mind.
yeah,
That is delicious.
Yeah.
And I love, you know, the crust is really, it's got some depth.
that's our pizza.
And that sausage,
Yeah.
I feel the little kick at
That's
the
what
end.
we want.
No, I'm gonna eat from the back because I want to try that cheese up against the side that we did, which you can see it. Look how beautiful that is. That is taste because you get that melted sugar that creates that crust, right?
Caramelized.
The caramelized cheese, which
Yeah.
is part of the crust, and then you get this bite of deliciousness. This
Yeah.
is amazing.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
All right, let's switch gears.
All right, this is my vegan pizza. And when I eat it, I will eat this whole thing.
I'm gonna do the same thing here. Now, we don't have cheese on it to do the crust. I would argue this is more of a traditional deep dish.
That's exactly right.
Oh my God, that is really good. I would call these mushrooms the equivalent of the sausage.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Texture-wise,
meaty.
the density,
Yeah.
right? It must make you feel tremendously satisfied knowing that what you're putting out of your kitchen is creating that experience for the guest to see that joy on their face.
You're creating something. This was an empty pan, some water, flour, and this a few hours ago, and now it's,
A
look
dish-
at this thing.
It's a dish of
just,
deliciousness. That's
exactly.
what it is.
That's